Hello and welcome to the Kilobits. My name is Francesca and we are playing on Blackheart's Bay. And it seems to me that the only levels we seem to ever get are Blackheart's Bay and Garden of Terror, with the occasional Cursed Hollow in there. So Dragon Shire and the one with the mines, Cursed Mines I think it's called. Just no, apparently that's not going to happen. Anyway, so we are going to be playing on Nazeebo or Nazeebo. I'm not 100% sure how you pronounce this hero's name, but he is from the Diablo series, and he is definitely a he. When I first saw him, I thought he was a woman, so bear with me on this one. But in this level, there are objectives which you do. You collect doubloons, you hand them in, you bomb your enemy, and everyone has a jolly good time. But yeah, so basically doubloons drop from mercenaries, which are kind of like jungle camp, skeletons, which are just random doubloon dropping minions, and treasure chests, which spawn at specific points during the game. We pick these up, we hand them in to Blackheart in the middle of the map, and he starts bombing structures. And this map, the objective system is kind of interesting because you can actually win at the end without even trying to siege the enemy team by just making sure you do PvE, farming all the coins and handing them in. Early on though, it is definitely important to make sure you're farming the lanes and getting lane XP, and a lot of people miss that one out. So this is Nazeebo, and you can see I'm riding the Nazeebra. It's actually a Nazeebra, I think, but I'm going to call it the Nazeebra. It is a mount that came in a bundle pack that I bought, which gave me a few heroes, and also skins and stuff. But it's actually one of my favorite mounts because it's kind of cool. And when you get his second color variation, it turns green. So this is Nazeebo. You can see his nipple there. But like from top, I thought he had lots of like really cool feather hair and he was a woman. But he's not. Death Ritual is by far the best trait you can get. Death Ritual is great because what it does is it permanently gives me plus 4 health and plus 2 mana for every minion or hero that I kill under the effect of my Voodoo Ritual. And my Voodoo Ritual lasts 4 seconds, and it's basically a poison that does damage. And if an enemy dies, I also regen health. So it's a really good passive, and you can apply it on basic attacks and with all of your abilities. So effectively what I can do is build a whole bunch of stacks, and the longer the game runs, the stronger I am. You see them here kind of trying to get into there, and oh, they completely messed up there. The reason I didn't go into the team fight is because at 50 seconds, a chest is going to spawn here. And also my team seems to kind of be doing alright for himself. Vala has decided she just wants to trap herself, so I guess we'll do that. But you see there, we're getting XP and we're starting to stack now and gain a little bit more health and a little bit more mana. So really, that's part of the reason I also came bottom, is to make sure I'm getting stacks and I'm killing enemies under my poison, because then I get lots of lovely stacks. What we can actually do is also zone out Vala here. So she's liable to come top. And we can see there if she does. So we're just going to hit this, throw things at it, pop this, and then pop this. And so long as we can basically... Whoa, a bit of a lag spike there. So long as we can put some decent damage out, Zagara's come to back me up. And we can effectively just take all of these coins. And there's nothing she can really do. Throw some spiders out, and I'm going to grab those. Team fight's still kicking off. I'm going to go back down to lane, actually, to make sure that we're still getting lane farm. You see Zagara up top is also getting lane farm for the enemy team. And while we've hit level 3 before them, so we are farming a little bit better, it is very, very important to make sure that you're still gaining this farm. And also that I'm building these stacks is another important trait. So really, we should have someone somewhere getting farm. And unfortunately, currently it looks like it's only me. The good news is the enemy team doesn't seem to be trying to farm too much either. But I am then going to drop this round here, because you can drop these round structures and they just do nasty amounts of damage. And then rotate and hand in these coins, because I've just pushed a whole wave under tower. There's a lot of farm up top, and people really should go and pick that up. But while the rest of the team is fighting, I'm just going to chuck in these coins, because then at least I don't have to deal with them, except that he's apparently going to run towards me, and Tychus has decided he doesn't really care what's going on over there. So there you go. But we really do need to be farming. Like, it's really important to get XP. I'm going to tell the team farming XP. Hopefully they will appreciate the comment and actually do it. But I don't know, we'll see. Like, at this point, the coins really don't matter early game. Even if they get the first bombing or what have you, it doesn't matter, because we just need to be farming. That is incredibly important for us to do, because if we're farming, then we're basically getting XP that they're not getting. So sure, like, there are nice objectives and stuff, but really we want to be getting the lane XP, and that's what I'm trying to do. Unfortunately, with this game mode, people kind of struggle with it. They just think, oh, what I need to do is get all the coins and hand in all the coins, and that's really not what this map is about. This map is about getting farm early game in order to get XP advantage for team fights, because at the moment, see, we've got XP advantage, but we're not quite there. And then just doing a ton of damage. We've got a nice rotation coming in here from my teammates to kind of do damage. I'm going to chuck those frogs out onto the minions, because if I can kill the minions and build more stacks, then we're going to be happy. I'm rotating top because there is no one top, and there is farm top, and I want this farm. At level 4, I like to get Gathering Power. This one is a bit tricky because you need to make sure you're not dying a lot. Effectively, you get bonus ability power, 8%, but you get it up to an extra 2% up to 12%. For every kill you get or takedown. So basically I can become even stronger. And we're just chucking this, you see the zombies around the tower each time we come in here. That tower now has no ammo, so that one's not too much of a threat. But I do need to make sure I'm still killing these minions and getting the damage out, which is why I'm chucking abilities. There you go, we've got our level 7 ability already. Now, the thing is you can get Mule, which really helps to arm structures, but that is a talent other people can get too, and I really like to get Gidbinn because it basically just makes all of your abilities a bit more ham. So basically increases explosion and duration of all sorts of other things by 25%. So it's just good. Like, stuff lasts longer and stuff does more damage. And here I am just kind of making sure I'm getting the last hits, popping a little bit of damage on Zagara, and just, you know, just farming the lane. Like, you see here, we're now level 8 to their level 6. It's really important to farm the lane, and people really do kind of forget this. And I do think it's kind of a problem that people don't farm the lane. Because what I can do, there you go, got them all, is basically just keep getting farm, and that's what we need to do. You see Vala's doing the same thing. She needs to back off. She needs to back off. I need to kind of rotate for her just to give her a little bit of help, so that she can back off. But it looks actually like she's going to get a couple kills. Tychus is in a bad position there, and he goes down as well. It was really important there, like, go back her off, and she's out by the skin of her teeth. But you see here, we're farming. We're still farming, and we're still basically getting ahead. If we hit level 10 before they do, all of us get our ultimate abilities before they get there. So everyone on our team can ult and they can't. And at that point you want to force a team fight. That's when you really want to start these fights and have these kind of interactions between us and the enemy team. And that is very nearly almost here. So we're about to hit level 10. I'm going to chuck this over here so that we can hit it. There we go. And then I'm going to rotate bottom because at this point we do want to fight. Because now we have ults. You see Tychus is here. I'm not actually too worried about Tychus. I'm just kind of baiting him a little bit. He needs to... we'll throw things at him and just kind of... The spiders will hit him. He'll get poisoned. And the thing is, each time the spiders hit him, they reapply the poison. So we can just kind of zone him and keep him kind of poisoned. And it's not really a problem. We can actually ult him. He's not got level 10. I'm not really worried. You see him there disrupting me in order to disrupt my ult. He did a knockback. Whether that was actually planned or not, I'm going to back out of this fight just because I have no mana. But we will try and keep him kind of under a little bit of poison. Because he's got the thing is, he can't. I'll just poke him. He gets poisoned every time I do. And it's not fun for him. Make sure we're pushing the lane. And there you go, Vala came in and got him because we had him on low health. I need to back off because I have no mana. At this point, actually, I probably want to recall, so I'm going to just get out of the fight and recall. But now that we have a little bit of an advantage, now we can start to take different objectives, and that's really, really good. So I'm really glad that my teammates actually did kind of farm the lane and whatnot. Because now, for example, we can take boss camp, we get more push. Boss camp will be able to push down this this structure. So they'll rotate to boss camp. I'm going to rotate bottom to make sure that they don't push too much there, and to make sure that we get the lane farm. Because at this point in time, I really don't think that the enemy team is in a very strong position to contest that. They still don't have their ultimate abilities that we've had for a few levels now, up to level 12, so 10 through 12, inclusive 3 levels. There we go, getting more stacks, and you see here, now I'm on 300 bonus health from that ability I picked at the start. And that's 6 minutes into the game, just from making sure I'm getting all these stacks. And you see every minion that's poisoned, when it dies, I'm getting stacks, I'm getting health regen. It's very effective. And I think, to be honest, at some point they might have to do something about it. This tower here, we can just chuck that round. That'll siege it down without really too much problem. And again, making sure that we're sieging out the base and just taking damage. If we take this wall out, this is no longer a target for the doubloons. What's this called? Blackheart. Blackheart no longer can target this if we kill it. So then he's targeting this structure, for example. So the more structures we can kind of take out by pushing lanes, the better, really. And we see we've got the boss monster we got up top, and they had to basically go deal with that, which is really good. I'm gonna just take out their mana well so that they can't tap, because I can. But we're in a very good position in this fight. We've got 3 levels on them, and that is very difficult to come back from. And the reason we have that is because people farmed it early on. They got XP, and they got an XP advantage by staying in lane. You saw Val in lane, you saw me in lane. Enemy teammates kind of running around a bit more, but still, in being in lane and being a presence. And at this point, there you go, she's finally got her ult. But if she stands still like that... Oh, she ran out of it. Yeah, so I was going to say if she stands still like that, we're going to kill her. But we're taking that out. And now we've got the bomb, see? So now is when we're trying to starting to hit them. And I'm not really worried about this fight because I can just sprint. Like, what's she going to do? Oh, I'm not in the fight anymore. A little bit of lag. Chuck these out there. Just kind of keep poking her. and keep her kind of at bay. I mean, she can roll towards me, but we're not going to fight that because it's not a clever fight to have. Team fight kicking off over here. What we're going to do is actually going to be kind of fun. We're going to run into this little hole here, like this, and then we're going to ult here. And my ultimate, basically I channel it, and they're dead. So what I do is I channel this big guy. I want to hide somewhere. So somewhere in here, for example, where they can't hit me. And then I want to channel it into the fight. It does massive AoE. It can't be killed. And it basically puts me in a really... It's a really strong ability to have in team fights. And that's why I like to use it here. But really, I'm just making sure that they're not getting too much push with minions. And that we're pushing all of the lanes. If we're pushing minions under tower, it's XP that they lose. And I stress this a lot in this video because so many people don't understand that. And people kind of lose their heads in this map. But it is really important to do that. And push XP under tower. At this point, we can kind of rotate down and secure this hard camp. It gives Arthas a few more coins, and coins are quite good to have on Arthas because he's tanky. He's not very squishy, and he can kind of pick them up and hand them in without too much worry. Whereas if I die, I'm in a worse position. But you see, I'm still... apparently gathering power works. You can stack it more than that. For some reason, I thought it was only 2 stacks you could have. Maybe I'm confused. Let me have a look. Show talents. Where is it? Gathering power. Oh, I get up to a bonus 12, so I can get up to 6 stacks on it. So I thought it was 8%, and then you could get up to 12, but it's a bonus 12, so I can get up to 20%, 20% ability power there on my gathering power. So like I say, if I don't die, this is a really good ability if I'm getting takedowns. You see there, they've just had their cannonballs, but really at this point we've got a lot of map control. I need to rotate up there to try and help out over here because now our teammates are kind of starting to die. Although actually I think at this point what I'm going to do is just siege a little bit more and really kind of cause some push down here. Once these guys are pushing onto tower, then we can rotate to get the coins because at that point the enemy team is going to have to do something bot lane and they're just not doing it. They just don't seem to care. At rank 16, I like to get Specialized Toxin. This makes my poison do double damage against heroes. And the reason I like to get this is because double damage against heroes is actually absolutely ridiculous. Like, you do so much damage, especially in sustained team fights when you're fighting quite often. You can do really, really highly sustained damage. We're just gonna ult this. Just back her off, chase her away. I mean, she's gonna have to back off. Unfortunately, until level 20, he's kind of slow, but we're just basically using them to zone the enemy as well at this point so that Vala can hand in her coins. They finally rotated someone bottom, but you see we killed the whole wall, and killing the wall means next time we get minion push, we're going to be fine, because next time we get push from there, basically it doesn't have to target the wall anymore. Whereas we still have all 3 of our tier 1 towers up, they have none of theirs, and kind of kicking off in a team fight. I came here to get farm, but I'm actually going to rotate up top to kill Zagara. She'll see me coming because they've got this ward, but hopefully she'll decide not to do anything. Oh, you want to fight? Oh, she's backing off. I'm just going to sprint out of this fight, chuck some frogs in, but just kind of be careful because I don't really want to die. We'll kill this little minion and just back off out the fight. We're going to go well tap because we haven't well tapped in forever, so it's charged back up. I think it's got a 90-second cooldown, I want to say that. Yeah, 100 seconds. Slightly off there, but 100-second cooldown there on the well tap. And this, I'm really just kind of stressing mechanics. I mean, Nazeebo, what you want to do is try and catch them in your zombie wall. You want to make sure you're getting a lot of poison out. But really, so long as you can keep them really quite poisoned, you're in a very strong position. At this point, I'm just kind of farming. We want to look to take the ogre. Oh, I can't see. What's happened? Oh, my game is tabbed out. Why is my game tabbed out? My game was like, oh, let's just tab out. Okay, we're fine. We're fine. And you see now we're level 18 to their level 16. At this point, we do want to take boss. Because we can take boss. We've got, again, cannonballs shooting. That's going to take out hopefully some of their tier 2 towers, maybe not quite, but at this point we've taken out all of the walls, so it's no longer targeting the walls, both through pushing and through fighting. We've then got the boss pushing top, and at this point I probably think we should go and take their hard camp. If we take their hard camp, it's very difficult for them to take ours because we've got so much push, whereas this way we've got 3 people rotating straight in here to take the hard camp. I'm just going to chuck all of my abilities out on there to make sure everything is poisoned, make sure we're getting those stacks again. You see here we're now on 500 bonus health from that ability we picked at level 1, which is a fairly large amount, and as the game goes on that can only just get that only gets bigger. But also if we're forcing minion push onto their tower, we're just gonna kill Tigers here. Oh no, he's backed off. We'll ult Vala because she's trapped. There you go, look at that. That's the ultimate we all know and love, and that's why we do it. Because unless they hit me, like, this ultimate is just doing damage to everyone. Like, look at it, it's just damaging everything, and it's just crazy. At this point we then want to throw out stuff like the wall, for example. He's walled in, so now he can get away when he explodes out of his ultimate, and we've gotten a tier 2 tower, and we've gotten a lot of coins. And at this point, to be honest, we don't even need to fight. Like, we can just hand in coins. Like, at this point, we could just kind of leave the fight and hand in coins. Especially, we don't want Zagara to die, so just back off. Just kind of making sure that they're getting out. She's out of the fight, and I'm just kind of covering the rear to make sure that if they get chased, at least they've got some damage with them. And we're going to go and hand in all of these coins, and be in a really strong position because of it. While I'm running past this minion wave, just chucking out some damage there, putting some poisons out, and then we're going to go back up Zagara. So that's, again, just the small spiderlings doing their job, poison doing its job, and the extended poison in team fights is really quite tough for the enemy team to deal with. And at this point, we really do not need to even push the base down. Now we just farm the blooms, and it's a very, very easy way to win, because they really can't do anything, the enemy team, and we obviously can. You see there, he's got 10 coins. If he just hands in all of those coins, that's basically it. I don't know what Rhaegar is doing here. He's just kind of running around. I'm just chase him. At this point, like, I can sprint. Let's sprint. Let's do it. Oh, I didn't quite get him. Drop that straight back down. Don't want to block our teammate, so missed the zombie wall. I was hoping it would trigger a bit quicker. But because we missed it, at this point, we just rotate it. So drop it straight back down. People forget you can actually do that. You can also cancel your ultimate if suddenly you're getting killed, and it's very tactical. We'll just grab this camp. We're getting more and more coins, but at this point, we've got cannonballs, and they're just kind of going to lose at this point. We'll just wall off the enemy team here while Tychus comes in, and just keep hitting him. You see the poison there still applying, the poison there still applying. By the time he gets into his mech, he is dead, and we're going to ult, because at this point, there you go, we can ult quite far away, and we're chasing Vala and chasing into the fight without really struggling and not really taking any damage whatsoever, whereas they keep getting the poison effect on. And you see that was a very good team fight. I'm completely unharmed because I wasn't in the fight because I've been using the Ravenous Spirit ultimate. And like I say, really, really strong. 4 of them are dead, and at this point we may as well just push to win. I mean, we can do zombie stuff, but we don't need to. I'm going to untrap him. Trap him because we can, but really we just need to siege out the base. Like, we should just siege out the base. Sprinting in because it's a bit quicker. Throwing all of my abilities at the base. And I think that is GG. So look at that. We'll drop a zombie wall as well. But GG. That was really well played by our team. And we basically just got experience advantage and then just pushed to win. And that is exactly what you need to do. And that is Nazeebo on the Nazeebra. That's how I like to build him. He basically can do a lot of damage, and you're doing sustain AoE through your passive, along with gathering those stacks that make you tankier, using that ultimate that doesn't push you into the fight, but then once it's down, you can then also come into the fight and back up with all your different abilities. And also remember that his ultimate does trigger the poison as well, so you saw that the 200% poison really was kind of causing them to have a hard time, and now I'm level 6, which is great, because it means I can use the green form of the Nazeebra, which I will show you here, which looks awesome. Look at that. It's bright green. But yeah, so that puts me on 8 wins, I think. So the score is this. Thanks everyone for watching. If there's anything you would do differently or anything you like to do, build that I didn't, then let me know in the comments below. If you want to see anyone specific played next week, let me know again in the comments. If you've enjoyed the video, press that like button. We have a Facebook at facebook.com/thekilobits and a Twitter at thekilobits. I have been Francesca. This has been Nazeebo, whatever we're going to call him, and I've had a lot of fun. I'll see you guys in the next video.